want to salute our governor for his humility. In fact, Ebonyi State has been lucky. All the executive governors we have had, beginning with His Excellency, the first executive governor of Ebonyi State, Dr. Samuel Omiyem, and His Excellency, the second executive governor of Ebonyi State, Chief Martin Wancho Elechi, and His Excellency, the third governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer, he has so many titles, Engineer David Mweze Omahi, and then the current governor. What is common to all of them is that they were all God-fearing. They are all God-fearing. Each of them made God the centerpiece of their administration. They recognize that the power they wielded or are wielding came from God. And it takes a humble man to recognize that. Some other person might attribute the source of his power to the political godfathers. But each of them recognizes the fact that it was God who gave them the position of authority. And they tried in conscience to do the will of God by delivering democracy dividends for the people. And when if you mention each one's name, you can remember what they achieved. If I have forgotten everything that Governor Egwo accomplished, I cannot forget the fact that he transformed the campus of Esut into a full-blown Ebonyi State University. And for the first time, our people had their own state university. Of course, he accomplished so many other things, but whenever I think of him, I remember that. And when he was in office, he was humble, and he was a good listener. And then came Governor Elechi, who opened up the rural areas with the unity bridges. There are people who like to, build whatever they want to build at strategic places so that people can see them and clap for them. But he went to the hinterlands, the far to reach rural areas, and build those unity bridges. Not to win our applause, but to make it possible for people to travel and to bring their produce to the urban areas, and so be able to feed the teeming population of our state. And he accomplished so many other things. And when he was in office, each time he spoke, you always learned one thing or the other. His words were few, but they were very well crafted, very well chiseled. And they left an indelible mark on the memory. We miss you, sir. And then came Governor Mahi. I had my differences with him, but I don't fail to recognize the fact that he transformed the Ebonyi State infrastructurally. With good roads, and he distributed the major projects he wanted to build for us across the 3 senatorial zones. Thus, we have the David Omahi University of Medical Sciences in Ebonyi South, the Chuba Okadibo Airport in Ebonyi Central, and the Olympic Stadium in Ebonyi North. And he insisted on ensuring that each local government chairman constructed at least 10 kilometers of concrete paved roads. I don't forget that. And he built us so many flyovers. And yeah, that's a topic for another day. And then came our current governor, the youngest of them all. He came in and with the zeal of a young man, he has great plans for our state. And if those plans are realized, he would have written his name in the annals of history. And this is where I want to speak with those who are working with him. Jesus came not to do his own will, but the will of his Father. If you are a commissioner, if you are a government aide, if you are a contractor, always ask yourself, what does the governor want to accomplish? What does he expect of me? And if you are given the opportunity to do one thing or the other for our people, please do it well. Do it well. When we listen to his policy thrusts, when we listen to his budgets, when we hear him visit one area of the state or the other to commission one project or the other, or to flag off one project or the other, we see a man who wants to accomplish a lot. But the contract for these projects have been given to mostly Ebonyi people, which is good. So those who have these contracts, you owe it to His Excellency, and you owe it to Ebonyi people, and you owe it to God to deliver. If you do a good job, He will give you another job. Of course, but some people want to react without right. So you will be failing the governor, you will be failing the people of Ebonyi State, you will be failing God. If you have the opportunity to deliver one project or the other and you do a shoddy job, or you abscond with the money without delivering it. So I charge all of you who have one role or the other to play with the government to help cement the legacy of His Excellency Governor Nworie. Excellent ideas, but our people are watching for the implementation of these projects and policies. They are watching. Ebonyi people are watching. So, are we going to assist His Excellency deliver well for our people? Or are we going to run him down? Unfortunately, some people are not cooperating with him. We've read in recent times of commissioners who were dropped from their offices because they are not performing. He wants people to perform. So it's a sacred duty to carry out the plans, policies, and wishes of the governor so that our people will benefit from his government. That's my message to you. Jesus came to do the will of the Father, not his own will. So out of that contract, To me, fruit in the land. If you may have to me, I am made for the land. So I challenge all those who have one thing or the other to accomplish for the state government to deliver excellent jobs. If you do that, the government, even subsequent governments will always turn to you because you have established a good track record, and you will always be recognized as somebody who delivers. The governor will be happy, the Ebonyi people will be happy, and God will be happy. And if you do well, maybe God will raise your political profile. So when you flute along and you go to Jarwa, you put your Chigaria Ona Jesus. I don't praise people like this, but if I see something that is positive, I always clap. I feel happy. The political temperature of Ebonyi State was very high a few years ago. And there were intercommunal clashes here and there. And judging from the sophisticated weapons that were being used to kill Ebonyi people, the sponsorship of these conflicts. But our current governor came and he started moving decisively to establish peace. And all those areas of conflicts are now peaceful. We have a saying in Ebonyi here that Ereshicha Ufacha. Don't get Fiji. Ereshicha Ufebegono. And we don't think of a ratio of the kid to share it. How come a ratio of Ufebegono? But through his efforts to build peace, he has been able to temper down on all of these areas where we had conflicts. It's a pity that most recently there arose an intercommunal violence which has led to bloodletting between the people of Omo Hakeze and Ogwa Nishaga. But the governor moved decisively to say the land under dispute is now a buffer zone. I read it too. It's now a buffer zone. So, Mendo Mobo, Lucifieka. Our government will allow. Upfula. So sondo la papa do gali ondo le mete bemela le gronyinko. But he's leaving those stones unturned to ensure that there is no further killing of any Ebonyian. So just as Jesus came to establish peace, His Excellency is also making great efforts to bring peace to Ebonyi people. And he has established different committees to help him achieve peace, to help him achieve reconciliation between warring communities. Your Excellency, I applaud these measures. I thank you for that, and I thank those who are cooperating with you to ensure that this happens. And I want to appeal to politicians at the local levels. Stop using the local government allocation to foment trouble in your area. Stop using the local government allocation to foment trouble. Stop using them to buy weapons for the killing of Ebonyi. Enough is enough. need peace in our state. Because if there is no peace, you cannot undertake any meaningful project. It's only when you have peace that that investors can come in and contractors will do their jobs and people will move from their town to other places and be able to earn a living. So let us support the efforts of the governor to bring peace to Ebonyi State. I'm not going to keep you for too long. In conclusion, I want to thank the governor too for his outreach to the churches. He loves his faith. He's a Christian, and he loves the fact that he's a Christian and he doesn't hide it. He respects those who are spreading the good news, the clergy, the pastors, the religious, all those who have a hand in spreading the word of God. And he's doing a lot of things which I will not enumerate here to cement his legacy as a Christian governor. A governor who will be remembered as a man of faith long after his years of administration. There was a day we were talking and he said, look, after I leave office, the only place I can feel comfortable to come around to is the church. Because that is the home of everybody. That's why I can feel at home. So I want to do anything I can to support the church. And he's doing it in a very broad-based way. A very broad-based way. So we are very happy about that. And we are praying for you to succeed.
The Nworie TV. For your product or business advert, live documentary, project works, and social cultural events, please call us on 08165 191946. The Nworie TV will stand to give you the best.